Paul Henry, who plays Benny, joins us today. Paul Henry, seeing you in your smart, casual clothes today, it's hard to believe you're actually scruffy Benny of Crossroads. What's your reaction to our viewers' comments?
Well, I think it's quite nice that they're taking an interest, but I think what people have got to remember that Benny is the odd job man. I mean, he goes round. I mean, if somebody tells him to dig a hole, he digs a hole. If they say bring in the spuds on the dirty old crates of sprouts and stuff, he does that. Admittedly, sometimes probably he should get a bit smarter, but he does. He gets very smart for funerals and weddings.
How long have you as Benny had these overalls?
I've had them about 11 years.
I think it's about time for a change.
Well, you say that, but I mean, I know lots of... I go to Devon and Cornwall, and you see the people that work on the land, and they work sort of like 20 hours a day. So they're always on call, and they'll walk around the village, they'll go off to the fields, and they do tend to wear the same clothes. And they'll get changed for the Saturday night dance or the Sunday night dance. But that's about it, because they're on call all the time. And Benny comes from that background.
Yeah. Now, they're talking in their letters about working in the food shop, though. Now, we know it's not a real food shop, but surely some of our viewers believe it is real.
Well, it is a real food shop. But the thing is, you never see Benny actually serve anyone. You only ever see Benny carrying spuds through to load up the shelves of the veg. He never actually touches any of the food that people might take straight, you know. And I mean, everybody washes the apples and the grapes and things like that.
But doesn't it worry you, as the star of a soap opera, that some people can't distinguish reality from fiction? That they think you're real as Benny?
Well, if they didn't think I was real as Benny, then I wouldn't be doing the job properly. I mean, to me, that's a great compliment. I mean, Benny, okay, for years has spent all his clothes allowance on sweets. But, you know, he doesn't think that the actual dressing up is important. He doesn't feel as though it's important.
You're Paul Henry, serious actor. You've done a lot of Shakespeare. You're at Birmingham Rep for 8 years. Yeah. How difficult is it for you not to be taken over by Benny?
Well, I don't think Benny could take over me. I mean, I enjoy playing the part, but, you know, I'd get quite a lot of time as being Paul Henry.
But when people see you in the street, do they call you Benny?
Yeah, because they probably don't know my real name. I've been called a lot of things over the years. But about clothes, I mean, nobody ever mentions Bob Woolman's suit, do they? I mean, he's been using that for 10 years.
Yeah, and at least they know he's real, don't they? But having
really?
played this part, I mean, how do you like Benny? Did you take to him straight away when you first auditioned?
He's a lovely character. He's a lovely character to play. I mean, he's got, as I've said it quite a few times. I mean, he can take every emotion to the extreme. I couldn't play the straight person.
Why is he so simple?
Call the real people.
Yeah. Why is he so simple?
Why is he so
simple-minded?
Because that's the way he came into this world. And there's lots of people that have come into this world who are very similar to Benny, to lesser degrees or higher degrees. I mean, there are Bennys in this world. And
is Benny ever going to get married?
I should hope not.
Well, perhaps by that time he'll have a better suit for it.
I'll have a much better time with him.
Thanks very much, Paul Henry.
Pleasure.
And I'm sad to say that it's not only our viewers who are worried about Benny's clothes. The others in the cast are also having a go at him in Crossroads themselves.
Well, it's your lunch date today, isn't it? Well, how about this sweater of my dad's? It's quite old, but it's still in good nick. What do you think?
Huh?
Well, we've got to have you looking good for Mr. and Mrs. Reddington, haven't we?
Well, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, well, Benny, I thought that Pat had a word with you. I think she wants you to look smart.
Well...
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you've done your best, pal, but, well, unless it was fancy dress, I don't think overalls is the right get-up.